Okay, so today we are going to read What Do You Do with a Problem and do a craft and discussion. So this is the book, What Do You Do with a Problem by Kobi Yamada. So I'm going to read this book now. What do you do with a problem? I don't know how it happened, but one day I had a problem. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. I really didn't like having a problem, but it was there. Why is it here? What does it want? What do you do with the problem? I thought. I wanted it to go away. I shooed it. I scowled at it. I tried ignoring it, but nothing worked. I started to worry about my problem. What if it swallows me up? What if my problem sneaks up and gets me? What if it takes away all of my things? I worried a lot. I worried about what would happen. I worried about what could happen. I worried about this and I worried about that. And the more I worried, the bigger my problem became. I wish it would just disappear. I tried everything I could to hide from it. I even found ways to disguise myself, but it still found me. And the more I avoided my problem, the more I saw it everywhere. I thought about it all the time. I didn't feel good at all. I couldn't take it anymore. This has to stop, I declared. Maybe I was actually making my problem bigger and scarier than it actually was. After all, my problem hadn't really swallowed me up or attacked me. I realized that I had to face it. So even though I didn't want to, even though I was really afraid, I got ready and tackled my problem. When I got face to face with it, I discovered something. My problem wasn't what I thought it was. I discovered it had something beautiful inside. My problem held an opportunity. It was an opportunity for me to learn and grow, to be brave, to do something. It showed me that it was important to look closely because some opportunities only come once. So now I see problems differently. I'm not afraid of them anymore because I know their secret. Every problem has an opportunity for something good. You just have to look for it. Okay, so now we're going to do our craft and discussion. So our craft is going to be a rainbow with one side being gray and not very colorful and one side being all colorful with all the colors of the rainbow. And we're going to do this craft because in the beginning of the book, when he doesn't face his problem, the colors are gray and black and it's not looking good. And then in the end, when he decides to face his problem, it ends up being okay and everything turns into color because he faced his problem. So today you're going to need your rainbow that has a line through the middle. So it's already pre-drawn for you. You just have to color it. And then you also need your box of crayons. And I'm going to show you what colors you need. So you need black and gray for one side of the rainbow. And then you need red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So if you don't know, indigo is a combination between violet and blue. And violet is just a fancy way of saying purple. So if you're not sure what a color is, you can just turn it to the side and it'll say the color right here. So this says indigo, and then this says violet. It also says purple on it. Okay, so we're going to start our graph. So on the left side, that's this side, you're going to take your black and gray and you're going to do black on one line and then gray on the other. And you're going to keep alternating. So you have black, gray, black, gray, black, gray. And then you can also color your cloud gray. And while we're doing this, we're going to start our discussion. So the first thing we're going to ask is, when was a time you were brave? So I know a time when I was brave was when I was on the softball team when I was in about 4th or 5th grade. And I was scared to go up to bat, but I ended up going to do it, and I did really good. Okay, so once you've done the first line, you're going to stop in the middle, and then you're going to take your gray, and you're going to do the next line. Okay, our second question is, when was the time you've had a problem, and when you decided to face it, it ended up not being as bad as you thought it would be? So I knew I was really nervous to be in my school play, and I was worried that I'd mess up and that something would go wrong. But when I actually faced my problem and I did the school play, I figured out that nothing went wrong. And if it had, it would have been okay because I could just continue, and mistakes are okay. Okay, so we're going to keep alternating black and gray. And while you're doing this, you can continue to discuss these questions with your family or your friends, or you can just think about them by yourself. Okay, and our last question is, what can you do when you have a problem? So how can you face the problem? And also, what can you do when you feel worried? So when you have a problem, the best thing to do is face it, because chances are is that it'll be okay and it'll end up okay. And facing it will make the problem go away. And then if you're worried, you can always think about the good things that could happen. So if you're nervous about going to the first day of school, then you can think about all the fun things you're going to do at school, or all the new things you're going to learn, or all the new friends you're going to meet. So, always look on the bright side and be optimistic. You can always ask for help too, and maybe ask a trusted family member or friend, and they might be able to help your problem too. Okay, when you finish the gray side of the rainbow and cloud, you're going to move to the light side. So you can also color the background of the gray side. Just remember to keep it with blacks and grays, not anything colorful. So on the right side, we're going to start with red. So we're going to go in the order of the rainbow. So that is red first. Go all the way around, and you're staying on the right side of the rainbow. It's okay if you mess up. And then you can do orange. You can continue to discuss these questions with your family while you're doing this. And then next is yellow. And as you go, you can also think about problems you've had before and how they ended up being okay. Then green. And then you're going to do blue. So make sure you have the right blue. It should just say blue, because you don't want it to look too similar to indigo. And then you're going to do indigo. Again, you can look at the side of your crayon and it'll say what color it is. And then finally, last but not least, you're going to do violet or purple. They're the same thing, it's just a different name. Okay, and again, if you want, you can always color the background, maybe with a blue, or you can just leave it like this. So I hope you enjoyed this craft and discussion, and see you next time.